Literally, like if anything were to ever happen at that job, it won't be because I started it. It's because people are crazy. Hey guys, it's your girl Trin, and I'm back here with another video. As you guys can see by the title of the video, I'm going to be doing a story time. So this is my second time doing a story time on this channel, y'all. And the first one I did, I think I talked about how I got robbed by some men. And it was pretty sad because, like, why? But yeah, so I think today's topic, you guys, I'm going to be talking about another unfortunate situation that had happened. Technically, it didn't really involve me, more so like people around me. But I was like, I seen it happen in front of me and I was like, oh my gosh, like what's going on? But basically, you guys, so it takes place at work. I work at a restaurant. I work at Texas Roadhouse. A lot of people love coming to my job and eating up. Like literally, we open at 11. People be outside waiting in their cars. Like that's how addicting they are to the food. And people be hangry. You know, people be mad and they be hungry. They be hangry. This happened probably, I would say, maybe like 3-4 months ago. So I was working one shift. It was like towards like the nighttime. I usually only work like PM shifts, never like AM shifts. Here and there an AM shift, but more than likely it'll be a PM shift. And so I don't remember exactly like if it was like a long wait time or what, but people in general, like they just get so upset, which is completely understandable to be like frustrated or irritated, like because you have to wait and you're hungry. But like you don't have to take it up a notch into an extreme. Like you don't have to do all that. These people did the most. I don't even know where to start. Basically, it involved like 2 of my coworkers, or technically I think it was even more than that, but I just remember seeing 2 of my guy coworkers. I'm gonna call them E. One of the dude's name starts with the E, so I'm gonna call him E. Other guy, I'm gonna call him O because his name starts with the O. So it was E and O that was mainly like, you know, a part of it, and then my manager, or she's still the manager. She didn't quit or like anything like that, but she is training somewhere else. But she was there as well, and we're gonna call her S because her name starts with an S. So it was S, it was E, it was O, and then I think like probably like 2 other coworkers. But there was a group party. I think they were probably a party of like 10, 11. They were like a larger group. And so basically the larger groups of parties have to, like, they get a longer quote time, especially if it's like on a weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and you come around like 5, 6 o'clock, party at 10. No, not even 5, 6 o'clock. Probably like 6, 7 o'clock, I'd say. 6:37-ish, 30-ish, over the, like towards that time. If you're a party of 10 and more, you're going to have to wait. Like, what do you mean? Especially if we're already a high volume, like a restaurant, like we're literally always busy, even on the weekdays, which is super convenient for the tips for us, you know. But it gets to a point where people get really impatient. So party at 10, I don't remember exactly like how the conversation started, but I know for a fact that they were upset about them having to wait for their table. People really get upset about it. Like there's some people that understand, some people are patient, other people are just like, I don't want to wait. Why is this person coming ahead of me first? Why is that person coming ahead of me first? Like, slow your roll, champ, slow your roll. No, literally. So basically, I got out, and it's funny because, like, you know, not funny, none of it was funny, but it's crazy to say, like, I was literally like just watching it all happen. I didn't interfere with it because I'm not getting, if anybody were to ever put their hands on me at my job, my dad's going to jail. Literally, he's coming up there and someone's going to jail, most likely him. So I was like, Trinity, don't be Captain Save. Don't be Captain Save. Stay yourself where you at and just watch. Only because, unless it had to do with like my girlfriends that I work with. If it's anything involving people that I'm close to, I don't care. But so I was just watching from the sidelines, you guys. Like there's like one table. Okay, so there's sections or whatever, but there's one table. So like, or booths. I'm gonna call it booths. So it's 2 booths back to back. It's funny to say booths or booth. Okay, there was 2 booths back to back. One booth. And it was like right in the beginning of like the entrance of when you walk in the restaurant, and then the kitchen's like right there. So kitchen, 2 booths, then the walkway to other tables and whatnot, and the walkway for the servers to come at the kitchen. So I'm like 2 booths. I'm like behind the second booth at this like POS system where like we type in the orders. I'm standing right there, and I'm like, at first I hear stuff. No. I'm sorry, y'all, because this is funny. I'm literally remembering one of my close friends who I think I put on multiple videos, maybe about like 2-3 videos. Tamia, if you're watching this, you're hilarious. So basically in the midst, okay, so I'm gonna just start off saying first, like, the party was talking to my manager. So they was like kind of like, they wasn't like screaming at each other, but you could tell that like the party was already frustrated. My manager's trying to talk to them, you know, help them as best as she can and whatnot. And literally all I hear is hot food. Like literally, like my coworker to me, she came out of the kitchen, and they're literally all in front of the kitchen. Like they're like the group of 10, and then my manager, I think maybe like one other coworker. I wasn't really peeping everything, but like I know like they were all standing right there. So they're all standing right there in front of the kitchen. Tamia comes out. She's like, hot food, can you move? Because like they were literally just standing there, ignorance, not caring that this girl has to carry this plate of food to a table that's hungry right now. So they're just standing there, and she was just screaming. Like when I tell you guys, I started laughing. Like I was rolling because it was just so funny, like just the timing of it. Like she didn't care. And I thought like, oh, they were gonna like tip her tray over, like, and that would have been even, that's when I would have jumped in. But no, they didn't. Thank God they didn't do that. But so like they eventually let her go through or whatever. So that's what kind of started it for real. It was like they were already kind of talking, manager and the customers or and whatnot. And she comes by, she's like, hot food. And she was able to get by, and I'm all looking at her like, oh shoot, something's about to go down, something's about to happen. I don't know what's gonna happen. So probably like 2 minutes, a minute to 2 minutes later, they start squabbling, like literally. And it makes me sad because what started it was a pregnant lady that did this too, which is even more despicable and like crazy. Like, girl, are you trying to hurt yourself and this baby? I'm confused. So the girl spit in my manager's face, y'all. She literally said, spit in her face, right? Like, any person, like any logical, I don't care if you're working, I don't care what you're doing, you don't spit in someone's face. Like, then it's over. What do you expect? For me to just stand there and let the spit drool down my face? No. I'm not doing that. So after, I guess, the lady spit on my manager's face, my manager, you know, I don't remember seeing her do this. Like, you know, people talk, other people seen it. So I guess my manager kind of like shoved her a little bit, because like she was in her face when she spit. She's like close to her, so she like kind of like shoved her. You're like, why are you like spitting in my face or whatever? That, you know, that's when it kind of like, you know, started all this craziness. So literally, like, they were fighting, like my manager and like the group of 10, they were all like fighting or whatever. And like at one point, it's sad to say, there were like 2 grown men. They literally had my manager in a freaking headlock. Like, they had her in a headlock, and I guess like they were punching on her. Like, I didn't, like, it happened so fast. You know, in a cartoon when it's like a little when stuff go by hecka fast, like you can't really see everything. Like, I seen how she looked after, and it for surely looked like they were like putting her hands, like she didn't have like a black eye or anything. Like, her makeup like was running, like she was obviously crying. I didn't see like no black eye or anything like that, but she for surely, you know, they were hitting on her. That's what my coworkers told me. Even she said that they did that, which I would assume and believe, because they were all squabbling in a big circle. So they're all like fighting or whatever. And then here comes the other 2 characters I mentioned. I said characters, whoa, like they're fucking in a video game. No, my other 2 coworkers that came in, E and O. So E and O stepped in, and I was like, period, because they was like, what the heck? Like, they wasn't like throwing hands too. I don't think. I didn't see them throw no hands, but I know for a fact like they were helping my girl manager out. Actually, I'm actually happy that they stepped in, because at that point, like, that's a woman, like, you know, being violated by like men that she don't even know. Like, and even if she knew them, it's still wrong. Like, why are you doing that? And you're that mad. You're that mad. like it's not that serious, right? So they stepped in or whatever, like they were helping or whatever. And all I remember, you guys, is literally like I had their daughter next to me. Like it's a young little girl. And it looked like it's so sad because she literally was like not even crying or screaming or like, what's going on? She was just standing there like, oh, like I'm used to this. Like this is what my family does. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, like how sad is that, y'all? So I literally had the daughter next to me while they were all like squabbling and like, and it was just crazy how it was in front of like literally like right in the not right in the entrance when you walk in the restaurant, but like in front of like the kitchen. So it was like right there. Like it was just so crazy. Yeah, like a part of me was just like, don't step in. Like I didn't see no other female coworkers step in, so I was not finna be Captain Save. No, I'm sorry, because like if they would have hit me, it would have been a whole wrap. It would have been a wrap because I'm fighting men, and my dad's fighting and going to jail, and I'm probably gonna get fired. So I was like, no, I'm not gonna do this. But you know, obviously, like I made sure she was okay. I was just like, girl, like I'm sorry that even happened to you. People are crazy. And it's just like despicable, like how you can even treat someone like that. You're coming into a food establishment to eat, yet you get mad and turn it around when you know you have to wait anyway. You know that you're a large party. That makes no sense at all. But yeah, y'all, like that was crazy. Like that was a crazy thing that happened at my job. Like the most recent crazy thing that happened at my job. Like there's been like other little like things with like coworkers and like my manager and like the people that are coming to eat, servers, coworkers having issues with people who are coming to eat, because like people be tripping. Like, y'all, I'm gonna have 2 story times in one, because let me tell y'all, like there was this one time. So I've been working at my job for 4 years, y'all. So very dedicated, loyal worker, period. But there was this one time where I had to like come at somebody, and like everyone who knows me knows that I'm literally so nice. And unless you tick me off, unless you say something to me that you ain't supposed to be saying, then it's a different story, you know, period. And I am super sensitive. So I used to be much more sensitive back then. So there was a time, y'all, I would say this is 3 years ago, because I've been serving for about 2 years, and I started off as a host, worked my way up to like packing and retail to go orders and all that. So this happened like 3 years ago. This is 3 years ago when I was like not serving tables for real, just like giving people like their to-go food in a bag and like, oh, here you go, paying them out that way or whatever. So there was a time, y'all, literally, and I remember it was on a Sunday. And the position I was working, I was in the back taking orders. Basically, we have this thing called curbside to go, where people park their car in the back of the restaurant, and then we have to take their orders through the car. So I took it. I was the only one. I worked in the morning that day too. It was a morning shift. Usually it's not a lot of people when you work in the morning. So I think that it was literally only just me out there in that moment taking those orders. Like when I first started, I was like the first person to open to do that. So it got a little bit busy. So I'm not a robot. I don't have 6 arms, 6 legs. So you can give me some patience and some time. This couple, or this female, I'm not gonna say the male, because he wasn't even tripping. It was more so her. She was upset. Like, I guess I was helping I checked on all the cars. It was probably like 5 cars, or probably like 5, 6 cars outside. But I gotta pack the order. I gotta make sure it's the right order. I gotta pay it takes a little bit of time. Like, you know, I'm not like super, 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 super fast. Especially back then, I was still learning and everything. So yes, so I'm helping the cars out, and I realized that I gave like majority of the people their food, and then I noticed, I'm like, oh shoot, there's another car. So I went back up to that car, and I was like, oh, like, hey, like, I'm so sorry, like, what was your name again for the order? And she was like, yeah, I think I was asking, I was telling her, I was like, I'm so sorry that like I had you waiting, like, you know, just like being common courtesy and respectful, all that, right? She was like, what's your name? And then I didn't hear her. I guess I really did not hear her the first time she told me. So she repeated herself. But she said it with so much attitude. She was like, what's your name? And I was like, Trinity. And then she was like, well, Trinity, I don't appreciate how you took hecka long to give me my food. Immediately when I tell y'all, like, because when it comes, like, I don't know, I'm like I said, like, I'm super nice. I don't get mad for no, like, I don't get irritated with people or start drama or anything of that sort. But it's like, if you're coming at me immediately like that, like, you could talk to me about it if you're irritated, and then we can have a normal conversation. But she immediately blew up in my face, y'all. Like, and that's why, like, like, I didn't even have a chance to, like, explain myself. Like, so I was like, girl, like, I immediately shut it down. I was like, because she's like, why would it take you so long to bring my food? And, like, she was literally going in. And then her boyfriend just sitting there, like, like, oh, shit. I'm sorry. Like, I'm used, like, I don't know why she's acting like this. Like, that's literally how he was. His whole demeanor was. And I was like, I forgot exactly what I said, but I know that I was, like, coming at her. And I was screaming at her back. I was like, you're not finna yell at me. Like, girl. I was like, well, I was busy, like, I'm sorry or whatever, right? So I'm trying to explain myself. Then I started yelling back at her. So we were literally yelling at each other. And when I tell y'all, like, when I walked away, I literally flipped her off, like, it was just a moment where I was like, what the heck? And, like, I started crying because I was so annoyed. I'm like, dang, like, why is this happening to me? Like, out of all the people, like, I'm so nice. Like, I don't deserve that, right? I was just so irritated how she tried to come at me. Like, after she left or whatever, I'm all crying and stuff. I told my manager, like, this is hecka funny because she's not a manager no more. But I told her name is Lena. I was like, Lena, I yelled at that girl outside. I was like, I'm sorry, but I don't care. She was talking to me too reckless. She was like, it's okay. She was like, we know it's not your fault. Literally, like, if anything were to ever happen at that job, it won't be because I started it. It's because people are crazy. You know, those story times, you guys, like it happened a while back, but I always think about stuff like that sometimes, like, wow, because I haven't had to deal with that recently. Like, me still working there, I haven't dealt with it recently. Of course, irritated customers, but nobody screaming in my face, nobody trying to fight me. Like I would be perplexed. Are you serious? Like, people really be tripping. But yes, you guys, if you guys enjoyed this story time, give your girl a like, subscribe to my channel, and comment any more, like, video ideas you want to see. I want to continue to do story times because they're actually really funny. Like, I'm over here laughing at myself. But I will continue to do those, you guys. If you have any other, like, ideas you guys think will be cool, let me know. But yeah, you guys, hope you guys enjoyed, and stay tuned for the next video.